wants pizza? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working on a Mac Centris 610. This is actually the case from a Quadra 610, which is basically the same machine. These are what I consider the Pizza Box Macs. There's some people that like to call the LC, LC2, LC3 pizza boxes. They're like personal pan pizza kind of pizza boxes. These things are like the actual size of pizza box. So these are decent little machines. The Centris and the Quadra 610 are 68040 machines, as we're, oh no, not that. Jeez, we're not getting started here right today. Where are we? There we are. Hello, there, stuff. LC's Kids Pizza. Yeah, that's it exactly. All right, so take a look at that stuff. Let me say hi to folks in the chat. We got a lot of people here already. Everyone wants to see Tech Ambrosia's machine. We got Everything is Broken Garage, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Callan, All Things DG, Lazy Blue Goat, Jack 68K, Mac 84, Tech Ambrosia herself is here. Epitronics is here, Francois Reval, and Tech Knight. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all. Oh, and Terra's Aviation and other stuff. Hello. So yeah, I just got this package in the mail. I forget if it was yesterday or the day before, from Tech Ambrosia. It's got the power supply, the CD drive, one of these sexy little slot load CD drives, and the logic board. And looking at the logic board, just looking at it with this kind of magnification, you're like, oh, that looks pretty good. That should be working. But Tech Ambrosia did a stream with this, and basically this was not working. So let's recap this thing and take a little bit of a closer look and see what's going on. The other thing is that the power supplies in these things tend to need to have some work done. If you look here, you can kind of make it out by those two little caps right there. There is some juiciness around there. And so in my systems, there's links in the description to a couple of these that I've worked on in the past. So we'll take a look at this, see if we can get this recapped and see if that takes care of it. Alan Gracia and III DIY are here. How's it going, guys? Tech Knight says power supplies are fun. Well, I'm sure actually Tech Knight believes that because Tech Knight just loves stuff like that. But yeah, so let's take a look under the microscope and let's see if our opinion changes on the condition of this board. And right off the bat, with our first cap, you can see we got some crustiness. Goes over here, goes there. It's actually a little bit over here. So we got some issues. Down here, there's some crustiness there. There's some crustiness there. Around these chips, we got crustiness. So yeah, we're gonna have to take a little bit of a closer look at this thing once we get all these caps off. There's some crust all around there. Got a little bug. Got a bug from the West Coast coming to visit the East Coast. Sorry, I gotta shift my microscope here. We got some crust. Yeah, look around here. The 74 245 has a bunch of crust around it. Crusty stuff. So we'll take care of all these. All right, this one, what's up here? These don't look so bad. We'll get this in the ultrasonic bath too before we get it back to her. But you can see like a little crusty under there. Crusty, crusty, crusty. Crusty under that chip. I'm gonna have to move again, sorry. A little crusty here by this thing, HC132, our little startup circuit stuff. Most likely startup circuit, that's what they use in the other older Macs. All right. So yeah, we got some stuff. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's start out with our hot air. We got a fan jack right there. So we're gonna use BigBadBench patented heat shield. And it looks like all of the caps on this thing are 47 microfarad, 16 volts. I'm sure that's very surprising to all of you. Oh, yeah, this needs to be done. Ooh, jeebus. Okay, we got stink. It's surprising to anyone that works on old Macs that there might be 47 microfarad, 16 volt caps around. My workshop is a little cold today, so... Oh, we got a pop. We got a popper. Probably should have put this on the heater for a little bit beforehand. Yep, you can see there's some goo under there. That is some cap goo. Let's go down to this side. Over here. Got two things to protect here, so let's gonna have to go like that. We're gonna get fancy. We're gonna use a double heat shield action over here. All Things DG is pulling off 4716s right now. If you're working on a Mac, there's a good chance you're pulling off 4716s. Come on. There we go. Look at that. They fit together so nice right there in that little corner. Got this whole area. This is one of the benefits of doing like the break off method, because the old solder, once it gets a little corroded, it gets like that little crust on top. You can see how there's little balls of solder that squeeze out of the side. It's because that crust on solder on the top does not melt like normal solder would. And so cutting off your caps can sort of help get things off. I still prefer to use the heating method. I know that's a controversial take. Oh, that one exploded. Alright, now let's go over here to by the memory socket. It's okay, little bug. You're about to get heated up. Look at that little slaughter ball. Let's do this guy. here. Pop goes the Performa. Trying to keep my heat a little bit closer. I don't like heating up crystals. Probably no reason. There we go. Look at all that goo. Look at all that goo coming out of there. Wow. Look at that. Oh, it's gross. And we got one more. One more. Ow. Ow. The heat shield's hot. Alright, I think that is all of them. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 10 caps. Ha ha ha, 10 caps. Alright, let's do this thing. Oh, I80386SX is here. How's it going? Sorry I'm a little slow on chat this morning. I'm a little slow overall this morning. I had to take a muscle relaxer last night because I screwed up my back yesterday. So I'm a little slow overall today. So bear with me, folks. But we got work to do. Can't give up on Tech Ambrosia's Centris 610. So who knows all the differences between the Centris 610 and the Quadra 610? And God, was there like a Performa 610? So many models, so many names for essentially the same computer. Yeah, this is why we gotta use the ultrasonic cleaner on this thing eventually. We'll get the most of the junk off today, but the ultrasonic really attacks this kind of stuff real nice. Hey, Dave Diamond is here. I forget if I said hi to Alan, Gracia. Who else have I missed? Yeah, I forget the full story. Tech Ambrosia did a stream about this a little while ago. I just remember that it didn't work. I didn't remember all the details. But we'll get it going. Maybe. Squeaky squeak. Oh yeah, and then look at this. There actually is some evidence of some battery leakage around that battery connector. We'll take that out and replace that with a CR2032 so that you never have to worry about it, or probably never. There's some crust around that one. Crusty, crusty. Do a little scrapey scrape, I think, on this. Alright, so now what we're going to do is come in with something else. What are we coming in with now? We're going to come in with some flux and our soldering iron. And take all of this old solder off all of these little spots. Yeah, it worked when powered up 30 years ago. All right. So, a little dab of flux here. We'll do these two to get started. That we need some nice fresh solder braid. Don't want to use any of my not clean solder braid on Tech Ambrosia stuff. So you can see that we're just kind of working that. Eventually, if you use your solder braid as like a little abrasive, you can eventually clean up your solder pads real nice. Even if they start off real crusty. Look at how pretty that is now. Ah, oh, look at how nice. Look how nice. I'm also kind of using this as a little abrasive around here. Just use that as a little abrasive in there. We'll come back and reflow those joints. I don't like the way they look. All right. Over here. Yeah, see how dull and sad those solder joints look? Yeah, so GutBomb actually gave me, I don't know if you're talking about the same one, but GutBomb gave me a Quadra 610. That was actually, I think, the day we met. He offered up a bunch of free stuff. Yeah, that board looked like it had seen some things. I was just looking at it a little bit more closely today. I think we might need to revisit that one eventually. But it's working, so we'll use it as is. All right, this is the kind of spot I always screw up because we have two pieces of plastic right here, and I am gonna melt one of them at the very least with my soldering iron. Brushy, brushy, brush. I think I might want to reflux this area. We're making progress. Look at the flux on my solder wick. Look at how muddy that's turning. That's gross. Oh, it's gross. That's looking much better. Looking much better. I don't see any like super bad traces or anything, so we're good so far. At least what I'm seeing so far. Like I said, I don't really like some of these over here. Gonna get our pokey in. We just want to make sure that there's no corrosion connecting these. Ian Scott's here. How's it going? Most LTE 286 laptops in the stage of caps fall off within 2-mile wind. Yeah, I haven't worked on any of those yet. That should be a fun one someday. i80386SX is the master of LTE laptops. Yeah, and the whole it powers on thing, I think that's what mine did. So he'd given me it was a Power Mac 6100 or 6115, whatever it is. Another one where it's basically the same machine with multiple names. One of them worked and one of them didn't. And so I had a starting point where I had a good power supply and a good logic board, so I could sort of fix things from there. Turns out one of the power supplies was really messed up. Well, it had a, what was it, a 7905 that was bad. Look at how nice those are now. Oh, they're so nice. It's the little things that make me happy these days. Sorry, I'm just preemptively putting some flux on some other areas for a second here. Oh, yeah, we need a soldering iron and some solder braid. I totally like spaced for a second. That's what happens when I take a muscle relaxer. It goes to my brain, and my brain decides, yeah, no, we're not going to work for like a day. So I apologize if I screw this up worse than when it came to me, Tech Ambrosia. You're not getting the big bad biologist at his best, big bad best today. look at that little trace. That was enough to get the solder mask off of there. So we'll go on each side, make sure that we have a trace there. We'll go back and check that a little later. Come on. There we go. It's amazing how just a little bit of love makes these look way better. Oh, speaking of jank, oh, I meant to save it. I80386SX this week found a picture of my shop truck, or my shop vehicle. Yeah, that's not real happy right there. There we go. Just holding that on there. I'm going to come back to this spot after I ultrasonic the board, but I think this will be good enough to get us going today. Yeah, look at the little crusties on that side of that chip. Oh man, Alan Grassi reminded me of my giant scanner. Damn it. I had sort of blocked that out. I forgot about that thing. Yeah, no, that thing's still in the back of my truck. Luckily, I haven't needed my truck in a few months. No, I was attacking giant vines again yesterday. Look how pretty these look once we're done. Just, it goes so nice. Yeah, we got some crusts around here. Oh. I should drive that giant scanner down to the VCF East swap meet. Put $50 on it, and that's how much I'll pay you to take it. Ooh, ooh, this one's bad. Oh, come on, you jerk. Come on, you jerk. Gotta be real careful with these. This is where it's really easy to rip off a trace. Yeah, that one's not happy. But even if you rip off a trace, it's not the worst thing. You can always fix those most of the time. You can almost always fix those. Oh, we might be missing half of that trace. Wow. Isopropanol. No, it's still there. Look at that guy hiding down below all that crust. Ah, yeah, trace. We're getting it. We're gonna get it. We haven't destroyed it. That's always a plus. Big glob of crust right there. Get out of there. Ooh, look at this little area. What's going on over here? What are you doing? It's not even a cap near you. Well, I mean, these two were kind of close to it. Oof. Yeah, there's some. It's probably still connected, but man, that is some crusty nastiness. All right, we gotta get back to this one. We gotta finish this guy off. Getting distracted by shiny things and crusty things. Hey, Garth Beagle's here. All right, you. Not you, Garth. I'm talking to this trace. This solder pad. I'm gonna win, solder pad. So you better come along. Come along nicely. Ah, there we go. Told you I was gonna win. So nice. So nice. All right, let's slap some caps back in here. Oh, let's clean up our tip because we made our tip really gross. All right, got a shiny tip. Got some fresh solder. Let's start slapping caps. So does everyone here have Global Talk up and running except for me? Am I the last person in the vintage community that does not have a Global Talk set up? Well, aside from maybe Amber, but we're going to take care of that today, hopefully. Okay, and you can see here we're orienting our stripes with our pluses because that's how tantalums work. And we're going to try to make these as straight as possible because it makes my brain itch if they're not. And also, this is somebody else's computer. So for once, I actually really want to make sure that we are looking as good as humanly possible. Turn down the light a little bit. All right, that's 3. Oh, I forgot to clean these up. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. All right, we wanted to make sure that trace is good. That looks fine. I think we're good. I guess we should just double check. Going through some Q-tips today. It's one of the fun bits about these boards is, you know, you look at them on one level, excuse me, and you look at it in a little bit closer detail, and you start finding stuff. So that's why it's very rare that you should ever just power on one of these old things when you get them. Like I always say with the compact Macs, never power those up without at least opening them up and looking inside. Excuse me, losing my voice. Ambrosia's got that image writer going. If anyone needs an image writer, well, yep, that's good. In New England, let me know, because I have at least one extra. Okay, let's grab some more tantalums. One over here, one over here. Now with this particular location, you do want to be careful that since I got rid of the solder mask there, that you're not going to short the bottom of the cap out on that little spot of the trace. So we're going to go back and double check that after we solder this up. Oh, come on. Come on, John. Sorry, this angle's kind of wonky for me right now. All right, well, let's just double check real quick that we haven't bridged a connection. So we're gonna go from this side down to there and over here. Yep, that's good. Okay. All right, let's do this one. Let's change our orientation because it's a little bit easier when I do this like this. Starbucks here, how's it going? I would say we're more than halfway to getting it fixed. And it being a Centris 610 logic board, which is essentially a Quadra 610 logic board, except for that it's running at 20 megahertz instead of 25. I'm sure everyone's gonna notice those 5 megahertz. We could probably overclock it just by changing the clock chip. It looks like the crystal is the big thing that's different between the two boards. Okay. Or actually it's not a, I don't think it's a crystal, it's a TTL oscillator that's on these things, but it looks like the solder joints, you could put a crystal in there instead. Ooh, there's a giant spider on the BigBadBench. You go away, giant spider. Go eat that giant fly that's been flying around here. Or you could go get in the box for Tech Ambrosia's thing. We'll send her back a bug. We'll do an exchange of bugs. Too much solder there. I don't like that. We need these to be very pretty. There we go. Look at that. That's a nice joint right there. Much better. Good job, John. All right, so that's, I think we just have 2 more caps to do here. Sorry. Ooh, everyone's going for a ride. All right, down here. Got one there. I'll put my solder blob on that one. Oh, no, I forgot one on the other side of the board. I've got 3 more to go. Don't let me get away with just doing 2 more. Okay. Go there. Let's go all the way back over here where I forgot to put that one on. Okay. Okay, and now one more. Sorry, gonna move a little bit. Where are we at? There we are. Right here. Okay, I think we're there. Let's go back to this. Whew. All right, let's set this aside. Here's all our old nasty caps. We've got some these things. Set our CD drive aside. Oh, I hate when this happens. Get one cap left all by itself in the strip. It's okay, you won't be lonely for long. We'll use you somewhere. All right, let's try this beast. What do you say? Get a little action going here. Whoa. All right, so this is my Quadra 610 that Gut Bomb gave me. I just Gut Bomb says, "Look at John with those straight capacitors being pro and stuff." Oh, you know me. We're about as pro as it gets around here. All right, let's take the RAM out of here. I think this thing, yeah, this has RAM on its own, but we're gonna go straight from one config, out of one config into the next. This one has a 512 meg VRAM sim in it. That's nice. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Yeah, this morning before the stream, I was trying to get my brain working because it was not working. at all when I woke up today. Come here, you ram. Get out of here. There we go. So I decided to work on some floppy drives. The floppy drives out of these things absolutely need to be recapped. They are a mess. Oh, let's go nuts and actually hook the blue SCSI up. Let's pretend like this is gonna boot without problem. Oh, I should have saved that that pool that pool cover that we got last week. All right, we got our blue SCSI on, got our speaker, we got power connected. Oh, let's put a mouse on it. All right, everyone ready? Here we go. 3. Oh, wait, I need my patented screw to help power on these things because this power thing is kind of recessed. 3, 2, 1. No. Oh, come on, you power switch. Where are you? Oh, I'm dragging this out. Not intentionally. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got no chime. Wow. That's something. That is something. Yeah, we got nothing. Steve says you need a battery for chime. I don't think that's the case. Because mine didn't. Let's see if anything is getting really weird and hot. Well, this might turn into a two-parter. Because I think what I want to do... Wow, that's like ice cold. Is ultrasonic this thing first. No, there's something underneath. Let's go back to that one solder joint that I forgot to go back to. Let's do this guy real quick. I didn't like the way that was. Where was that guy? There you are. There you are. Yeah, there's definitely some smell over here. I've learned not to fight these things until I do an ultrasonic bath on nasty boards. So I think we might hold off. But let's see, just in case that thing does anything. As Tech Knight says, gotta go open trace hunting. I have not looked at the bottom of this board yet. Probably should have done that first. Wait a second. I had had my over here like that. I don't think that would prevent it from chiming. Nope. Oh well, it's okay. CPU's getting, there's some temperature going to the CPU, so that means it's trying to do something, I think. The RAM is very, very cold. Oh, Steve has an idea. And Tech Knight has 3 of these dead ones. Yeah, I think I have another one that's also dead. So I have parts that I can scavenge. Check the caps near the floppy drive port. Near the floppy drive port. The vias go to the other side. Okay. Check the continuity of the vias from one side to the next. All right, let's try it. Is the speaker good? That's always a good question. Just to prove that the chassis is good. I did get a bunch of isopropanol on the other side, but also, yeah, look at that. There's a lot of crust on here. That's one of the reasons I try not to go too wild on these things before ultrasonic. So this needs some ultrasonic love. Ultrasonic love. Look at all this little crust in there. It's okay. All right, let's move on to the power supply. See if we can get that going, because I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this until we get the ultrasonicing done. All right. It's okay, Tech Ambrosia. We'll have this taken care of. I have confidence that we will get this thing working. All right, let's take a look at this guy, so that we can at least say that we fixed something today. Oh God! And then if we don't get either of these working, then I'll feel terrible. All right, so I remember this being sort of annoying. Gotta get this out of there. Okay. And then this should be able to come out like this. Maybe, nope, there's another screw. Another screw. Mr. TechNad Gadget, how's it going? For ultrasonic fluid, I just use regular old dish soap, unless the board is very gross, and then I actually do I I actually use vinegar sometimes, real low concentration of vinegar. But yeah, we can see we got some juicy there. This side actually looks pretty good. But we'll get these little caps off of there. Take care of that. 220. Yep, we got those. We should have all the caps because I think I bought a bunch when I was redoing mine. Let's get this off of here just so that we're not, oh gosh, yeah, that's gross. This whole thing might have been for a swim. Which one are we doing here? There we go. It's that guy. And I think I put in the video description. I made a map of the capacitors for these power supplies. In case anyone comes across this and needs to do theirs. Actually, let's check our map. Make sure that that is actually accurate. Oh, I made multiple maps. Okay. So we have two different models. Yeah, okay, so this one is this one. 220 and 10. Oh, it goes that way. 125. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I did miss that this one. This is a 10 microfarad 25 volt on the side. So, oh, sorry, let's do this. Yeah, okay. There you go. You can see that now. So those are the two different models that I've come across for these, and those are all the capacitor values for these. But you can see that I missed, there's one up here on this little sideboard. That's actually a 10 microfarad 25 volt, so I'll have to go back and fix my thing. All right, let's turn on the Moo gun. Let's do this. Okay, so we got some hot glue over here. We're just gonna use a little bit of isopropanol on there. Soften that up. Makes it much easier to take off. Yeah, like I0386SX says, I use dish soap because I'm cheap, and it works. The other thing is, like, I mean, whenever I do ultrasonic electronics, I do a full distilled water bath or rinse afterwards, because I use tap water. Or no, actually I don't use tap water in my ultrasonic. But anyway, it's a good idea to do a full distilled water rinse, and then I do a full isopropanol bath afterwards, just to make sure that there's no residual anything. Got to point out my green Blue SCSI. Yes, this is my Chinese knockoff Blue SCSI. No, it's not. Well, I guess kind of it is, because I had JLC PCB make it for me. Okay, everybody count how many caps we're taking off so that we're sure we put the right number back on. Yeah, this, I don't know if you can see that. Come on. There's juice coming out of there. It's not bad yet, but I could definitely smell that one. This one looks okay. Wow. Well, what's going on here? Oh, there's freaking glue underneath the, on the bottom. Like, why is that sticking? I got glue all over this. Why is there glue on the bottom? You don't need glue on the bottom. Some people. That's a mess. That really, a little bit of glue just gets all over everything. You can see the smoke coming off my tip. And they got like weird bent legs. The glue is to prevent fall apart. The glue is there to piss you off. It's doing both. It's doing both. It's doing a really great job, that glue. What is that little guy? Is that a 10 microfarad, 35 volt? Okay. Just want to double check in case I've missed that one in my other guide. this one's stinky. Yep. See, that one is juicy. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's juicy. It smells. All right, so that should be all the ones over here on the secondary side. Oh, yeah, well, we'll see what that, I don't know if that one's on the primary or secondary side. This little guy, 47 microfarad, 25 volt. And then I think these two are going to be bad over here. Yep. Yep. There's some juice in there. Now we're, oh, I think I do actually have the primary caps. We're getting a full power supply recap on this job. These are 330 microfarad, 200 volts, and I do have replacements. Nice. I think we're gonna have to use the big iron for this one. That is correct, Ian Scott. Or Jack 68K. Nothing but for the best for Tech Ambrosia. Pulling out all the stops. This thing might undergo some very intense benchmarking, so, you know. Gotta make sure it's stable. Okay. All right. I think we're done with that iron. And we need big iron. All right, so let's take a look. So you can definitely see the shininess down there, and that this side looks basically fine. There were a couple that were just starting to go. Like you can see there's a little bit of shininess down in there. So yeah, these definitely need to be done. Let's get the solder pulled. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh, sorry YouTube. Demonetized, demonetized. Okay. We're using every tool today too. All the caps, all the tools. These guys are typically fine, but while we're in here, we may as well do it right, right? All right. So dump some isopropanol, both sides. Gotta make sure we clean out from underneath those nasty caps, particularly the ones that were the nastiest. I also want to point out, where is it? Okay. I am not going to answer that question. See this? See all the little dots there and those traces? That's from the cap juice corroding down and causing issues. So we're gonna have to do a little scrapey action there. Just want to make sure that we don't leave that corrosion going unchecked. Come back and hit it with some solder braid and polish that up. Hey, K-Mac is here. Okay, so let's come with a new one real quick. Let's just do some very precision work here. And while your paper towel's damp, I may as well clean this thing out. Get all those burnt pieces of carbon out of there. All right. We got big iron ready. Let's get some. Dry this up a little bit with a fresh paper towel. What time is it? Oh, we've already been going for an hour and 20. We gotta get this done. I'm surprised that I'm still standing. I was not expecting to go this long today. It's good. I guess that means my brain's starting to work. It is the muscle relaxer actually making me go longer because my body's not giving out as easily as it would otherwise. 47 microfarad, 25 volt, 47. Go with a Rubicon, 47 microfarad. This one will be down here. And they give us both a stripe and a plus. Get some of that extra moisture. Wow, Ian, they sell 99% isopropanol. Oh, like in the paint section. Oh, so remember, long leg is plus, stripey is minus. And actually, before we put these all on, I want to remember to do this. So I'm gonna do like what we do with the stuff on the top of the board. Just gonna put some flux on here and use some solder braid to clean up that part and recoat the copper with some flux or with some new solder, and that'll help polish up all those corroded little chunks that we were looking at earlier. And really, if what you're working on is not going to potentially short out on anything, you don't really have to worry about putting solder mask on it. Because if you left the bare copper, it could potentially corrode again, but cover it up with solder. It should not corrode. All right. Stripey. Stripey. All right, 3 down. Now, where was that bent one? Oh, this guy. This was on the side one. 10 microfarad, 25 volt. 10 microfarad. Go. Bye, Dave. Make sure to check out Dave's stream tomorrow. I might be outside hurting myself again. I'm sorry I haven't been around lately. The weather's been really nice, so I've had to go and destroy plants. Save my backyard from the invasives. Or try to take my backyard back from the invasives that have already existed there. There, like that. Oh, look how happy he's gonna be. Wow, that's some bright PCB. Let's go back to our small tip. Okay. All right, so now let's do these two. And so what's there? We need 220 microfarad, 10 volt. And 100 microfarad, 25 volt. There we go. We always have a lot of happy caps here. Well, we had a lot of sad caps earlier. Okay, 100 microfarad, 25 volt. And oh, yeah, 220 and 10. Yep. That's what that one is. Cranking right along here. Okay. Let's get these ones that are hidden down inside. Got a 220, 25. And let's use this one. So that goes down in there like that. Come on, guy. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't real sure what I felt about the Worth caps when I started using them, because I've been using like Panasonics and Rubicons for so long. The red was sort of off-putting, but now I'm starting to dig it. We'll see in a couple of years how much these hold up. You know, it's not something that I've traditionally used, but it's what's available right now. So, all right, 10 microfarad, 35 volts. Hey JVHS, welcome. Ooh. Oh, I bridged the heck out of that guy. Come on out. Yeah, there you. That's what happens when you add too much solder. Look at that bridge. Okay, looks like we're down to 3 more. We're almost there, people. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for hanging. We're getting close. 470, 10. All right, Apictronics. Have a good day. Garth Beagle. I like the real soda pulled much better. Did you buy one? Oh. Now we have 3 more to go. I forgot one. That's the thing about theirs. They're hiding. What is that one? 1000 microfarad, 16 volt. See, I told you, the real soda pult is good. Oh, we're getting real close now. We're getting so close. Let's see if we can get something working today. All right. 220, 10. One left, 1200 microfarad, 10 volts. These have short legs because I use them to repair a thing, or attempt to repair a thing, and I was not able to repair it. Caps got pulled back off. I don't remember what that thing was. Most likely some sort of motherboard. All right, I think that's all of them. That's better. I didn't like the way those two were sitting. All right, a little brushy brush, reassemble, and we should be good to go. Oh, the Catapult, it's a life-altering experience. It's not, but Catapult is it's what I used growing up. All right, uh-oh, I'm having a forget. Is blue or brown live or neutral? Oh, I'm forgetting. Uh-oh. I guess I gotta do this the hard way. Ugh. All right, this is one of the reasons I have an IEC connector with a switch on it, so that I can do this kind of thing without destroying myself. Okay, let's set this defaults AC. And Antonio Rivera says blue equal neutral. All right, let's confirm. Yep, brown. Brown is live. Thank you, Antonio. All right, so live is down there. These things, oh, I should not do this while it's plugged in. Jeez. Well, it was switched off. It was switched off. Okay, Mac, remove your plug cord. Come on, this has been a long stream. I need to keep you all on your toes. It was switched off. Making sure that people are still watching. Yeah, that's totally what it was. It wasn't just me being an idiot. Like I say, kids, don't do anything that you see here on the Big Bad Bench. Ever. For the love of God, do not do it. Okay. Now where did we put all of our screws? We got a pile of caps. We got some screws. These are the outside screws. Here's some inside screws. We have one that is a machine screw. And we have two that are sheet metal. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay, these two are going to be the sheet metal, and that one's a machine. This one's kind of hard to get to, so we'll use a thinner screwdriver. Well, she needs me to live long enough so that I can mail her stuff back to her. Okay, let's get some crap out of the way. Don't remember. I was not the person that took the screws out of this thing, but I have some that I can put in. So that was just kind of flopping around in there. That's not a great thing. Let's see. Let's get some screws. I'm just going to put in a couple for now because I do want to take that all apart and clean it. These fans get kind of gross. Yeah, someone took the screws off that fan. And these things are kind of fiddly. This is kind of a weird sandwich to get back together. Gotta get that in there like that. Nope, nope. Yeah, physics, come on. Spatial reasoning. Here we go. Good work, John. Now that that's kind of close, we can put that in there like that. These wrap around on the side. That goes like that. Got to make sure not to pinch any of your wires. Yeah, I'm not going to totally shut it because I want you to have access in case we do leave out the magic smoke. So, oh shoot, I forgot about this thing. Oh, this thing. Ah, this thing. Okay, gotta do that in there like that. reality, putting it in is a little easier because it kind of snaps down. Taking it off is kind of a pain in the butt. I want at least a little bit of protection when I go and plug this thing in so it doesn't explode and kill me. Because I know I'm going to touch something. All right, let's get our system. We'll leave it kind of sort of open so that you can see the explosion. Okay, I think that's closed enough that I won't die. I think what I'm gonna do is push that in so that it's ready to go, and then we'll use mine to power this. Okay, what do we think here? 3, 2, 1. We got chime. All right, so we got a power supply at least, so that's good. Yay, power supply. Let's check our voltages. -12 looks super. Oh, let's make it so you can kind of see. Nope. There you go. 12 is dead on. Then we got ground, 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 ground. And we got 5. That's also dead on. Nice. Okay. So we did something good today. Well, Garth Beagle says I always overclock my PSUs. Try to get like 14 to 15 volts. Yeah, that's always a good idea. No, don't do that. All right. So we got a good power supply. I'm gonna take that fan apart, clean that up real good before putting it back together. We have a logic board that's kind of sad, but we'll take a look at this next week. Actually, real quick, I've had a quick idea. See if there's any like wonky pins or anything. Maybe someone at some point decided to take the CPU out and bend a pin. Nope, they all look fine. Oh, there's a bug under here too. Anyway, so I think we're gonna be done here today. I wanna ultrasonic this thing before I stress too much out about figuring out what's going wrong. Because ultrasonicking has a way to magically fixing things sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna call it. Thank you all for stopping by today. It was really awesome to see you. And oh, I forgot to remind people that I'm giving away a Macintosh Plus for hitting 100 or what? How many subscribers did I hit? 1,024. Largely thanks to Epictronics and Steve along the way to sending people over my channel. But yeah, thank you all for all the support. So I'm giving away Macintosh Plus. Go look at last week's stream. There's a link, or just leave a comment on that stream and you can be entered to win the Macintosh Plus. What it powers on. The Macintosh Plus will both power on and be functional. But yeah, aside from that, have a great week, y'all, and go check out Tech Ambrosia. I think she's streaming again tonight at 6 Eastern time. Yeah, and check out Dave's Vintage Apple Tech tomorrow. And have a great week, y'all. Oh, not that one. Goodbye. Later, y'all.